you guide us in a direction that we make decisions to make this a better place to live and for that people want to come and live here in Fairview. Dear Lord, we just thank you for the leaders of the city. We thank you for the leaders of our country. Dear Lord, I pray that you just be with us and protect us and guide us in all we do. Precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Can we do the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next thing on the agenda is approval of the minutes and agenda from the last meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Old business, there's none. New business, we're going to start the public hearing to hear the public opinion of an application to allow a proposed land development to be used for the site of a religious facility. Phase 2 is to propose the final build out of the site to include a new church building. Map 69, parcel 79, owner Liberty Hill Church of Christ. Do we have anybody here from the community that would like to say anything about the church or the building?
I think it's time to answer all the questions.
Okay. All right, we'll close the public hearing and go to the next. Discuss and take action to allow the proposed land development to be used for the site for the religious facilities. Phase 2 is to propose the final build-out of the site to include a new church building, map 69, parcel 79, owner Liberty Hill Church of Christ. Is there anyone here from Liberty Hill Church of Christ? Would you like to step up to the podium? Your name, sir? Jeff Duke.
Elder with Liberty Hill Church of Christ.
Okay.
You want me to describe a little bit about what we're doing?
Yes, sir,
or-
you can.
Okay. Our current church building is on Old Cox Pike. It's in the county, Williamson County. I guess the physical address is considered Bonacqua, but it's in Williamson County. We've got about 150 or so members there now, and we're at capacity. Russell and Peggy Spicer are here tonight. They were the owners of this property, and they donated that property to the church for a youth facility and a future church building. I think the church has owned it now about 2 years or so. Now we're in the stages of planning that development. And our first phase, I think you've seen maybe the plans that show phase 1 and phase 2. Our current plans are to remodel and refurbish. There's an old house on the site, to remodel that, to have some fellowship events and youth events, build an outdoor classroom for our youth, and add to a metal building that's there for recreation for our youth. No, we wouldn't have church worship there yet on Sunday. That would be more of a Saturday kind of fellowship event place, and maybe some Bible meetings in the house. And then we don't know what our timeline is for phase 2 of the worship building, the new building. 5, 10, it may be 10 years out. We don't know. It depends on financing and growth of the church. But we want to get started, and for the youth of our congregation and members of our congregation to start phase 1 of the project.
Okay. Any questions? for
I have
Mr.
a
Duke?
couple of questions, please. So the scope of the work for this portion would be the outdoor classroom, the stage, I'm supposing maybe that walking trail that goes around to the back. And you'd mentioned there's the existing buildings, the ones that I'm seeing on this photo here, they're going to remain then, is that correct? This is kind of an aerial view of
Yes.
just behind Tony's Auto.
That's correct. The house that's there will stay. It'll be remodeled. It needs some upgrades, and it needs a lot of work. There's a metal building you'll see that's there.
Yep.
We'll be basically doubling the size of that metal building, adding on to the front of it for more picnic area and like basketball, so we'll raise the roof a little higher. So that, there will be a new building there and a new picnic shelter. And then just a little outdoor classroom, which would be just like a little, you know, not an amphitheater, but just enough roof to cover, you know, have a stage or something, small stage.
How many people at one time do you anticipate might be using this phase?
40.
About 40? Or this may be a big question for staff. Are there any considerations for emergency vehicles in something like this? Access in and out?
Are you speaking maybe a driveway
Yeah,
or
as
something?
I'm looking at this here, is that something we need to be in consideration of as we decide this?
We are going to, the whole entrance will be upgraded to a 2-lane road. Right now, it's just a gravel 1-lane entrance.
Yeah.
We'll upgrade it all the way out to 100, yes.
You speaking of a turnaround once they get in there, like a cul-de-sac type thing at the end, you know?
Oh, no, there's also, on that plan, you'll see a large parking lot. So that will be paved and curbed.
Oh, that's part of the.
That's part of the
oh,
phase
okay.
1.
I got you, okay.
We want to go ahead and build parking
Okay,
in anticipation, spend some of that money now for that future worship center. So yes, there'll be a paved parking. There'll be plenty of place to turn an
got
ambulance
you.
around.
Okay, I appreciate you clearing that up. for me.
Okay.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Mr. Hall, this will actually go back to the planning commission, won't it, for some of the things
Yes.
that Mr. Lohman has addressed?
Yes, so this is just basically to give them a conditional use permit tonight. Then they'll, all the plans will be brought to the planning commission. And it's already been reviewed in staff, as you noticed in Will's statement there, that everything looked good to him at that point. But at the point they get started, it'll go to the planning commission for review.
Any further discussion?
I had one other comment. That's a fine-looking shirt you're wearing.
Thank you. I must have wore the right one tonight. Of course, we probably got a UT fan over here too, so.
Any other discussion? I make a motion that we grant the conditional use permit, being that if the property is sold, that it go back to the regular zoning, that then at that point, it can't be used as a church facility, but that we grant him the conditional use permit.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Approved. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And another thing on that, Mr. Duke, on that 5 or 10 years out, just wait and see how God works that out. It'll be quicker than you think. Next thing on the agenda,
Wayne Loman.
section 4.3, public hearing. Are we going to defer that?
Yes, we are, Mr. Chairman. We're going to defer 4.3 and 4.4 tonight. We'll bring it back at another Board of Zoning and Appeals meeting at a later date.
Okay, so we'll defer 4.3 and 4.4 to a later date. Nothing to be voted on that, right?
No, sir.
Good. All right. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank y'all gentlemen very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.